fuck just happened? I just got here. What's going on? It hasn't even started yet? What? Are we on a hype train? The fuck is happening? What happened? Guys, I didn't even... Why are we on a level 3 hype train? What happened? What happened? Hold on. Hold on. That can't be right. Is that from last stream? No. Okay. Thank you so much for the resubscription from Meta. And for like 1 month at 1 tier. Okay, hold on. You guys, hold on. Resubscribed for 1 month. Thank you so much, Meta. Napalm resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you so much. Hype Train started 4 minutes ago. What the fuck, guys? Rooker gave out 5 community subs. What is happening? Okay. Thanks for getting me on a hype train when I wasn't even fucking here. I was literally running around my place looking for, I don't fucking care. I was looking for my deodorant and what the hell? It was your fault, Rooker. You contributed to it. What the hell? Okay, I guess we're on a hype train. Guys, you need to calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay. Hi everybody. I had to check if that was a glitch because I've never had a hype train start before I was even here. Not even the conductor. I was just like running to catch up, apparently. Catch up to the train. Hi everybody. If you don't know me, my name is Celty. I am a blue-haired goblin. I am part of Gob Mode Studios. Officially and unofficially because it hasn't been announced really. I think that we should just keep it going like that. But yeah, we're just doing like kind of like a little bit of a vibe stream right now. If you're not part of the Gob Mode Studios server, this is the link. Because I had that prepped for once. But Gob Mode Studios is headed by Cove the Beach Goblin. And then we have Neckeye, who is fucking amazing. And then me, the newest member. Sorry, I'm just like reading the comments at the same time. First time for everything. Never. I tried not to touch it, but nobody was putting bits or subs in. That's not an excuse. Hype trains need to stop triggering when a couple of people just casually refresh their subs. Calm existent. Can you say if I redeem the new 7K reward? I should change that. I'm gonna change that. I will hydrate. Thank you, Meat Stick. Hi. Nice to see you again. Hello. Hold on. I'm gonna change that settings because like it shouldn't be just the no, we're gonna be like good whatever pronoun you use. That's what it's gonna be. Oh my God, you guys need to calm down. Hold on a second. Y'all need to sit in your seats and calm yourselves. Okay. Where is this? Viewer rewards. Okay. Or I'll just add, say, and we'll make it the same amount. What amount was it? I don't know. No, it's supposed to be 7K. Okay. Change this. I gotta change all these colors. There you go. No, you didn't get it. It's too fast. That was too fast. Okay. I want to say good person, but I don't think that like hits the same way as like those other two. But we wanted like, what do you say with like people who are non-binary? Good pronoun. What are you supposed to say for that? Because I want to include them too. Yeah, thank you so much. The hype train level 3 has ended. For fuck's sake. Okay. Also, let me hydrate and stretch and then say this stupid thing. There you go. Nice stretch. That's probably my favorite redeem because like I forget to stretch all the time. I need to start doing like a morning stretch routine. Maybe I can like look one up on YouTube and do that before I go to work or something like that. But Napalm, here we go. I am cute. You happy now? Yeah, I know it's they, them. Good gender. Good gender. I know it's they, them, but like, how can we do... Can I look that up? Good. What to say for non-binary... There's one that says good dear or good darling. But like, that's a bit weird. Good you. I want to include them because like there's... Oh, what do I do? Huh. Good creature. Yeah, good darling sounds okay. We'll do that one. And then anybody can kind of use that too. There you go. I gotta actually have like emotes for this. I gotta commission NetGuide to make me emotes because I started making emotes. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. There. Hold on a second. Oh my God! How did you get to that already? What's happening? Why do I have to say it that many times? Oh no, I shouldn't have redeemed it. You made it 7 points. No, I didn't. Hold on. No, the good one, the other one is like 7K. So I don't know why. It was the good darling one that was 7 for a second. It's so hard like to reference it, but like not say it. Okay. What the hell? Why is it doing that? Hold on. That's so weird. Is it 7K now? It's fixed now? Okay, well, I refreshed it. I don't know why. Do I have to say it and then like say the username? Is that how we do it? Or do I just say it all at once? Because like you guys just redeemed it all 3. Oh my God, how do I do this? These are just like like weird. Okay. I'll just say you should probably drop username for like, I guess so. But you're not good, Rooker. Like we've put you in the cage how many times now? Okay. I'll just go. Okay. Oh my God, how do I say this? I don't know why I'm getting flustered over this. I'll just say, try not to say it like that, like, okay then, but like, because I know you guys redeemed it, but I don't know how to say, like, it feels weird just saying it out of the blue. it feels like I should say like you're such a, but like that's too much. I'm just gonna do that because like I don't even know how to like say it properly. Yeah. Um. Oh my god, why am I getting flustered over this? What the hell? Worst you do is make 3 guys lose their minds. um. Okay. Good boy, Rooker. Is that okay? Oh god. I tried to make it I know I have to say it like I have to say it like more like sensual, but I don't know how because like this is the first time I'm redeeming these. Um so oh no, I got that too. I have to say it like that. Okay. Um okay, I'll do it again. Okay, hold on. Good boy, Rooker. I'll just do it like that. And then I'll do it better next time. I'm trying to figure out like the tone of this. Good boy, Quetzal. And good boy, Napalm. This is so weird. I feel like such a weirdo. There. We'll do it there for now. Meta's jealous of the chat. There you go. This is such a weird way to start. We're not even 17 minutes in, y'all. Meta doesn't have enough points, that's why. I'm not telling you I can't say it because like otherwise like people are gonna be like, oh, you said it, like, you don't have to redeem it. No, I'm not gonna say it. Okay. Who's messaging me right now? Get out of here. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. It was work stuff. Apparently a bunch of people called in sick today. But not my problem because I'm not working. It's funny because you were redeeming hydrate when I was reaching for my mug because I have some lemon tea today and I'm enjoying it. I need to have more tea flavors. But like I'm not allowed to have caffeine. So I have to find something that is herbal tea. Can't believe we were on a hype train before I even fucking started. That's so funny. But it was just people redeeming or sorry, resubscribing. Why does it trigger that fast? That's so weird. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna do a game today. I was actually going to, but like I planned that last night. I was like, okay, I'm gonna actually do like a game. But I crashed last night. And what I mean by crash is that I was laying in bed because it was so cold in my place. And I turned on the heat for a little bit and I was like, I'm still cold. It was that kind of cold that like no matter how many layers you put on, you still feel cold. Like it's like internal cold, I guess you can call it. Like a hot shower would get rid of it or something else. But luckily for me, I have a heated blanket. So I curled up under my heated blanket and then I passed out because I guess like the heat and everything just made me exhausted. And then I was like, oh, do I do a chat stream today? Do I do a gaming stream today? Do I do a stream at all today? And then people were asking me, are you streaming today? And I was like, I guess I did kind of mention it when I was streaming with Cove on Christmas. So here we are. But it's okay. It's just it's a short little 3-hour stream of us just vibing and just having a good old time. And I can fold my laundry at the same time, I guess. I already have some in the laundry machine. Weeball, you're a streamer. You could be whatever you want. Exactly. I just like my plan when a long time ago when Cove told me that I should stream is that like I was like, oh, like what am I supposed to plan out? Because at the time I didn't have a functioning computer to play games on. I had a laptop. And it could play some games, but not well. It could not play like the games that I'm playing currently. And I was like, luckily, I had a very generous friend gift me a gaming computer that they put together for me. I still have to do like an art piece for them because I wanted to thank them. I just been so busy. And I know that's like kind of a tiring excuse, but like it's been nuts at work. But I want to do something to give back because unfortunately, I don't have money and they didn't want money. They wouldn't accept it if I even tried. So at least I can do like art of one of their characters or something like that. But then like I was like, okay, what can I do like if I don't have a gaming computer? Well, I guess I could do Reddit stories. Cause like that's something that I listen to a lot. I have a couple people that I watch on YouTube. Like I watch Smosh and I watch Charlotte Dobre and people like that who talk about Reddit stories or react to stories that were posted on TikTok and stuff like that. But then I got a game computer. I'm like, oh my God, now I can actually do gaming. And I haven't done that much gaming on here because I feel like I need to like prep for it when it comes to a game to make sure everything is working and make sure like for example, like my Xbox has a different username and apparently you have to pay $10 to change your username on Xbox, which is so stupid. But yeah, like I have to make sure that everything's showing on the screen properly. I have to make sure that it looks good quality on my stream. And I also have a square screen, so like I have to make sure that looks okay. So there's like a little bit of prep work when it comes to playing video games. And today I was just like, I don't know what to play. I don't even know if I also was just like, I don't even know if I feel like playing anything because I've been so kind of just like my brain I feel so much better today because I got sleep and like I ate breakfast and I had tea and everything and I took a shower, so I feel nice, I feel great. But my brain still feels foggy a little bit from work the last week because it's been super busy. So I was just like, what do I want to play? And I was like, oh, I could play Baldur's Gate because I really want to play that. And I've been thinking about that. And I was like, oh, maybe I play Monster Prom again from a different angle. And I was like, do I really feel like doing that? Like, there's so many things that I could have done for gaming, but then I was like, I just didn't really feel like it. Like, and that's so unusual for me because like I love gaming, but I didn't feel like it today. So I'm like, okay, well, like if we're doing this, we're going to do just a chill chat stream, even though like I mentioned this last night that on our server that I was feeling a little self-conscious, I guess is the best word for it, is that my last stream with Cove, and Cove didn't make me feel self-conscious. My own thoughts did, is that Cove's like, you're so good at these chatting streams. And like, I was just like chatting about nothing in particular and everything like that. And then I think because I was so tired, it started getting to me that I was like, oh, I do talk too much. Oh, am I annoying? Oh, am I too much? Am I taking up too much space? And that's nothing to do with Cove and it's nothing to do with you guys. It's something that I had to deal with growing up because I got bullied for my voice and I got bullied for talking about myself and talking in general. People are like, oh my God, can you just shut up? Kind of mentality around me. So when you're tired, you don't have those defenses that are just like, no, that voice is stupid and that's an old voice. So I was just like feeling a little bit off last night, but I'm feeling a little bit better today. Unfortunately, it should have relaxed more, honestly. Maybe, but like, this is not going to be, it's a day off, right? It's a Saturday. It's my day off. I don't usually get Saturdays off, which is like I usually take Wednesdays and Thursdays off, but like lately the last few months, or actually like more than that, I've been taking Wednesdays and Fridays off because of I've been going to physio twice a week. Um but this is the first time I'm able to take a Saturday off. And honestly, like even after stream today, it's either going to be like me drawing some things, like trying to get that reference out because I want to get that out. I wanted to get it out like weeks and weeks and weeks ago. Or it is doing laundry and sweeping and mopping my place because it like I need to like my place is cluttered a little bit because I have a lot of stuff. I'm not a minimalistic person. I wish I was. I'm more minimalistic now because I have such a small place and I have to be. I can't just be like, I'm gonna buy this big thing. Like I just don't have the space for it. But like when you're living in a small space and like things kind of pile up as well, it affects your mood. It affects my mood at least. And I'm like, oh my God, there's so much laundry and I gotta like wash my sheets and I gotta clean the bathroom or like things like that are normal. Like I kind of put on the back burner because of work. Cause it was basically like my priorities were work and rest, work and rest. But now that I am slowing down a bit, I'm like, oh, I look around, I'm like, it stresses me out. Like how like there's like laundry I need to sort and I need to like put into the laundry machine and there's unfolded clothes. Like don't get me wrong, like I could be messy, but like it's gotten to a point that I'm like, oh, this is bad. I don't want to live in here right now. But yeah. But I hope you guys that's something I wanted to say. I hope you guys had like a great Christmas or whatever you did celebrate because there's a lot of holidays around right now. Different holidays and different things people celebrate. And some people just don't even celebrate Christmas. I didn't really celebrate Christmas. But I planned to do a few things after the Christmas stream. I was like, okay, now I can do basically the stuff that I'm gonna do today. Now I can do my laundry and now I could get that sorted. But like honestly, I ended up just like laying in bed and curled up under the covers because I was so like I had to be okay just doing nothing because like I haven't done nothing in a long time. I'm still not doing nothing right now. That's partly my fault too though. It's like I busy myself a lot. I have way too many things that I want to do and way too many things like I love doing, like hobbies and everything. So it's hard because it's like, oh my God, like I have spare time. Now I can draw, or now I can get into this hobby, or now I can do look at this D&D module, or like I can look at this and like or I can like revamp my Twitch stream format, or like I'm somebody who never ever gets bored, which is a curse as well as it is a blessing because I'm also one of those people that I can just go hang out with people and we could do whatever and I'd enjoy myself. But also, I don't know how to slow down. I played Left, Right, Center. Oh, I heard about that game. I heard that was a fun game. And won money with family on Christmas. That's awesome. Hey, sometimes nothing is exactly what you need when you already do so much. Sometimes you just need to halt and breathe. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I gotta work on that better. Sorry, I got startled by my washing machine because I did throw in a quick load right before the stream. But my washing machine is literally like 5 feet from me. It's so funny to me that on Christmas that Cove was just like, your apartment's not that much smaller than mine. And I was like, and they're like, mine's 800 square feet. I'm like, Cove, mine's 425 or something. And they're like, it is not. I'm like, yes, it is. Like you literally have an extra room compared to mine. Cause My place is really small. Like it's really small, but I like it. Not all three of us, no. Me and Cove are. Neckeye is not. It's funny because when I first got into God mode and everything like that, everybody's like, "Oh, right, you're Canadian, right?" And I'm like, "How the fuck did you know that?" And it's because Cove and I went to the same college, and that's where we met. That was a long time ago. But I was just like, how do you know this? But yeah, no, Cove and I know each other in real life, and we hang out frequently. We also play D&D every week, every Wednesday. Um, Obviously not this coming Wednesday or the last Wednesday because of course the holidays have landed on that. But we went to college and we met in a creative writing course because we both really like creative writing. I actually really wanted to be an author when I was growing up. I didn't go to school for creative writing, but like I had to fill up my credits with other courses, and I took this course um, at the same time as Cove, and also person in the group was ended up being my roommate last year, and we've been friends for a really long time. But I have explained this on stream, but like it was so close that I almost didn't meet Cove, and I almost didn't. And the thing is like if I didn't meet Cove, I wouldn't have met like other friends that I have as well because they're all kind of in the same group. But my life would have been so different because I wouldn't have met Cove. I wouldn't have gotten into D&D because they taught me D&D as well as like other people in the group. I wouldn't have got more into art. I wouldn't got into streaming. Like there were so many things that were linked to that. I wouldn't have moved out of my place when I did, which I needed to do at the time. I wouldn't have gotten therapy, which I needed to get because they kind of pointed out things that I needed to. They didn't point out things I needed to work on. They pointed out things that are like, you're accepting this and you shouldn't, which I needed. I needed those. I guess I've said that before. I needed a bitch friend being like, this is not okay. Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, you shouldn't accept all that. But I almost didn't meet them because at this school, there's obviously like you try to get into these classes with waitlists. And if you are not accepted into the class right away, you can go on the wait list. And sometimes if you show up for that class, even though you're on the wait list and you're like in the first or second or third place, if somebody who has the spot doesn't show up for that class, the teacher will be like, well, they're not committed. Here's their spot. So you have to show up for that first class, or you have to send an email kind of thing. Be like, hey, I'm really sick, but I am in the class, right? But I went into this class, and then with my friend, with a previous friend, with a friend that I still am friends with, but I was going to take this course with them. And then what ended up happening is like I was in first place on the wait list. But the teacher said, hey, everybody showed up. I'm sorry, I don't have any room for you. You're going to have to take it next semester. I'm like, okay, that sucks. Can't take this class with my friend. But then I took the class next semester, and that's the class that Cove was in, along with my other friends that I'm still friends with. So if I had gotten accepted into that course, or that teacher's like, yeah, I can make room for one more, which sometimes some teachers did, even if they were full, I would have never met Cove. But because I had to take it a different year, then I met like a lot of the people that I'm still really close with, and helped change my life in a lot of amazing ways. Like I actually met up with a lot of them on the 23rd at Cove's place, and we were just hanging out, and it's like I met most of them in this class from years and years ago. And it's like we don't talk every day. A lot of them we don't talk every day, but we meet up and we reconnect, and they're the best people. And My friend who originally wanted me in the course with them, they even said, "Oh, I wish I was in that course because they sound like so much fun." And it's like, no, they're my friends. No, no, but like also it's just the fact that like it's not that I'm like gatekeeping my friends, but it's it's really it was really special that like it was one of those moments that's like, oh, it was meant to be kind of thing. If you believe in that. I do. Okay, I will say I kind of gatekeep friends. And the reason why is because I act differently about around different people. And also, you don't have to have all your friends be friends with each other. Uh like and it's not sometimes it's not even you. It's just like some of your friends, like some of my friends are like, "Oh, yeah, like that's fine, but like we are friends with you. We don't want them to be friends with all your friends," kind of thing. Um it's different a little bit with significant others. Like you can be like, "Hey, this is my significant other," and invite them to get-togethers, but it's different when it's like friends. Like um but like I have my work friends and then I have my creative writing friends, which is what I kind of like refer like Cove into. And then I have my online friends, and then I have like I just have separate categories for friends. Are you guys hearing what's going on in the background? No, that's the laundry machine. I'm sorry. I didn't know my mic was that sensitive. Jesus. But like you don't have to before it even like I had my high school friends too. Sorry about that if you guys can hear the laundry machine. Well, it's speeding up right now because it's trying to like get all the rid of all the excess water. My bad. I can close the door for it too. It's funny because my laundry machine is in a closet. Like literally, I have my washer and dryer and they're stacked up on top of each other and they're in a closet. And I can't put anything else in the closet because these guys are in the closet. But I didn't think about closing the door. I will close the door as soon as it's done in 4 minutes because I have to put it in the dryer after. Sounds relaxing to you? Oh, my friends are friends with me. That works. Yeah, exactly. Your washer sounds cool. Yeah. I guess so. It's like a newer one. It's like one of those ones that spins. I will not lie. I always had the ones where it had the lid on the top, not on the side, and you couldn't like watch it. And the first day that I used the washing machine here, I like sat in front of it and I just watched it spin. I had my music going, or no, I was like watching Law and Order on my phone, and then I was sitting next to it, just watching it spin, and I was like, oh, I've been sitting here for like 20 minutes watching the spin because it looks really cool. I was fascinated by it. But yeah, it'll be off in 3 minutes, so I'm sorry if like that's picking up on my audio. But I will close the door after it's done. But it'll beep when it's done, and you guys could probably hear the beep. But yeah, oh, stretch. I will stretch. Yay. I told you the mic was sensitive. I know, but like I didn't know if that's sensitive. Like now I gotta be wary of that. What if I have stuff in the background happening? Oh, oh, right. Okay. I kind of talked about this in the Discord, but I guess so. I can pull up something. Let me just try and get a picture of it instead. I mentioned it on the server. If you're not part of the server, where's that link again? Join the server, okay? If you're not part of the server, what the hell? Why are you not part of the server? It's $3 a month to join the server. It is a little bit more if you want to be privy to all the beautiful spicy arts and like whips and everything like that Cove does. I am on there. Cove is on there. Neckeye is on there. A lot of you guys in the chat are on there. I have too many links to open right now, but this is the server. Join the server. Do that. It's a great place. But I mentioned on the server, we were talking about like tattoos. There's my dryer. Not my dryer, my washer. It could wait a second. But I mentioned that I have this tattoo, which I'm showing on the screen. But I have this tattoo. And it's from the anime Full Alchemist. And I think we went over what the symbolism of it is. Yeah, somewhere. Give me a second. You need to do what? What do you need to do? But this is the Flamel symbol that Edward Elric and Alphonse Elric. Alphonse had it on the armor. Edward always had it on his coat. And then Izumi, which was their teacher, had it on. She had it tattooed on her arm too, I believe. If I'm remembering it right. I haven't watched the anime in a really long time, but I love it. But if you look it up, the Flamel, this is like the Flamel symbol, and it refers to the mystic and alchemical symbol depicted as a cross with a snake serpent draped around it, as well as detached wings and a crown above it. I'm reading this from like the wiki. In alchemy, the Flamel represents the fixing of the volatile, a vital step in the alchemic process related to making of a making a mercury elixir in the curative processes. Anyway, it also had a different meaning that I saw before, but I couldn't find symbolic meaning. Shut up, washing machine. I'm talking. Yeah, it's like the mastery of alchemy, completion of a great work, fixing the volatile, and spiritual regeneration. That's what it also meant like fixing the wrong, basically, like fixing the volatile in an alchemic way. But I got this tattoo because like I could have got the Ouroboros tattoo, which a lot of people have gotten when it comes to FMA, which I can bring up in a second. Because we like visual aids. There you go. That's the Ouroboros. I could have gotten that because I do like the homunculi and everything, and I love the idea of artificially created people. My washing machine's mad at me because I'm ignoring it. I don't know if you guys can hear the beeping. That's so funny. It's just like, excuse me, I'm done. Excuse me, ma'am. It is complete. Shut up. But I thought about getting the Ouroboros tattoo, but the reason I got the Flamel symbol is because one of the things I loved about the show is like I love the coat. I absolutely love the coat. I love the symbolism of the coat. I love when it's almost like a personality trait for him. There was a part where he was like wearing a white coat for a really long time. And then it's just like, okay, back to work. I have to pretend that I have to show that I'm alive. And he puts on his red coat. It's still yelling at me. I'm gonna finish the story first. Shut up. um yes, I got the tattoo because FMA is my favorite anime. But I also got it because that anime helped me get through a really rough time in my life. I used to watch that anime, like the 2003 version, as well as like when like the newer version came out, the Brotherhood version. I used to watch those on repeat. And it sounds kind of like a little bit morbid, but it's a little bit like I was watching it and I like when I was going through such a rough time. God damn it. This I've never left it for this long, so I love that it keeps beeping at me. Hold on. I'm gonna fix that before I like figure it. Hold on a second, chat. Shut up. Okay, should be fine now. We gotta get art of this. Of me yelling at the washing machine, being like, "Shut up!" That would be so funny if I had like, oh, I can imagine that too. If it was just the format that you guys see on the screen, but me with my head turned off to the side, looking over my shoulder, be like, "Shut up!" And then just a washing machine looking upset. Sorry, I was heating up my tea at the same time, so I had to grab that. Okay, so it was a little bit morbid, in the sense of like, so if you guys know, I'm not gonna like spoil anything for FMA, but if you guys know the show, is that it's basically these two kids that go through a really, really rough go, to put it very lightly. And they lost their mom, and that's like just the beginning. Like they go through such a horrendous journey. But first time chat. Please read the rules because we have English in the chat because I don't know what that says. So please, don't know what that says. I'm gonna quickly. Oh, it says hello. Hi. I'm just double checking because like I don't know with like I it could have said a lot of things, right? But oh my god, I'm trying to like get the story out and I keep getting distracted. But hi in English. The reason why I say it's a little bit morbid is like when I was going through a really rough time, I was watching these anime characters go through a really rough time. And it was like, if I know that it was a fake, I know it's not a real story and everything like that. I knew that of obviously. This is animated. It's not based off a true story. It's like a fantasy world and all that stuff. But I was like, if characters like this can get through this kind of crap in their life, um I can kind of survive through mine. That's where I was like, that's where it kind of gave me not, it was a little bit of a morbid motivation to keep going and to keep being resistant, or sorry, resilient is the word, um, against all these battles that I had to fight. Um, so it was also like, I'm trying to think of like there were so many symbolic. Hey, Meta, we speak English in the chat. I know you're probably saying like, "Hey, speak English, please," or something like that. But it is, yeah. Thank you. Um, it was also my first anime that I went through. Like I watched like a couple episodes here and there of other things, but it was my first anime that drew me into it because I always was interested in anime, but I just never watched the completion, or like I never um like this was like on TV at the time. It's so funny because like I watched like one of the last episodes that was airing of like the 2003 version. I guess it was like a rerun or something like that. And um I was like, "Oh my god, that's what happens?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't that's going to be a really bad ending." And then there was like 3 episodes after that. It was like, "Oh, okay." Found out that out later. So I was waiting for this bad ending to happen. um but then I watched the show and I remember it was, what is it? Cathartic? I guess that's the right word. Am I using the right word for that? I'm looking up the word. Yeah, providing psychological relief through open expression of strong emotions. Yeah, so it was very cathartic to watch like this really dramatic, really emotionally like evoking anime when I was going through a time that like I was shutting down all my emotions too. So it was like when Edward was going through so much and crying and like why are humans so awful and stuff like that in the show. I would be like I was like living kind of vicariously through his emotions. And that kind of protected my, I guess I could protected my psychologically, like my psycho whatever, my brain or whatever, my mindset, and I was able to get through it. So like when I wanted to get I originally wanted to get a tattoo, like a phoenix tattoo, because like I love the symbolism of rising from the ashes. And then I was like, oh, I kind of want to get this FMA tattoo. And then I went back and forth of like, what am I gonna get? Like, but then I ended up getting the symbol tattooed. And I love it because like once in a while I'll be like at work and then somebody recognizes it. So they're like, yeah, that anime is awesome. But it's a little bit more of a meaningful tattoo to me as well, because it's like this got me, first of all, it got me into the world of anime, which I love. And I love cosplaying, and I love I haven't cosplayed in a bit, but like I love anime, I love cosplaying, I love the dramatics, I love the storytelling, I love, like there were so many times I just laughed out loud at FMA and all these different animes. I love the artwork. That's why like a lot of my drawings kind of take after a certain anime style. And a lot of my references are from animes too, where it's like I look at certain poses or certain eyes or certain expressions, and so it got me into like art as well. And so there's a lot of things that were tied to anime in general, but also to this one that kind of started the whole thing. Um, and so, yeah, I got that tattoo. Tattoos don't need to be meaningful. It just so happens that mine are. um, I have 7 tattoos, and all of them kind of like tied to a meaning. Even like I want to get like these simple butterflies that connect one of my tattoos on my elbow to the one on my upper shoulder. And I was thinking about that too. It's like, yeah, butterflies would kind of like connect it, and it would make sense in my head because the thing on my elbow is kind of looking up, and then there's flowers at the bottom of like my upper arm tattoo. So like butterflies and flowers, and I'll just say like the bottom tattoo is like a cat. So the cat could be looking up at the butterflies, which I think is very whimsical as well. But I also have a memory of when I was younger, and it was like one of those, I guess I could share this memory. Yeah. This was, it was in grade 2, and I had the best teacher in grade 2 because she's also the person who, she was like, oh my gosh, she was like Miss Frizzle in a way. Like she came in, and whenever we did a new unit, quote, like a new genre of like, or like new unit, I should say, like when we were like learning about Antarctica with the penguins, like she would come in the night before and decorate the entire classroom with all this penguin stuff. And all, like the whole classroom would look like, and like we were in like the frozen tundra. Or she got me really into dinosaurs because like I would come in and then all the dinosaurs and fossils and all this stuff was around. And she just got so passionate into teaching. She actually invited me to her wedding when I was like in grade 6 or something like that, because like me and her got along, and I guess she saw something that she loved in me, and I loved something in her as well. But she made teaching so lively and so beautiful and so fun. And like her classroom was just so colorful, and like it was something that like it really I was so excited to learn with her. And like people would get jealous if you had this teacher. And there was one unit that made it feel so much more magical with her, and so much more magical in person. It's like, oh, like even though we live in this reality we live in reality, there's little moments of magic that are kind of embedded in our reality if you just take a look at it a little bit harder. Like I guess that sounded so philosophical, but kind of like when I was really younger, I thought it was so fascinating to go into elevators that had the glass, because I was like, look at us going up. We're going up kind of thing, right? Anyway, I was thinking about that the other day, so mind my ADHD thinking. But anyway, I came into the classroom one day, and we all had these little plastic cups on our desks. And we were going through the unit of metamorphosis. So like butterflies and stuff like that, and like learning about stuff. But in these little cups, individual cups on our desk, there was like some soil and a couple branches and stuff like that. And there was a caterpillar in them, in each one of our cups. And it was our job each day to take care of our caterpillar. And she would bring around these like leaves and everything like that to feed our caterpillar. We had these little tweezers to give it to our caterpillar, and we would like watch them get bigger and bigger. And then we would see them like hang off like the little branch that was inside this cup and everything. And it was just such a cute little thing. And then one day, and I remember this so vividly, one day on a Friday, hi Surface, hello. But one day on a Friday, oh, there's an ad starting. I feel bad, like people who are not subscribed and everything like that, then they can't hear the story. Do I wait or do I snooze it? Can I snooze it? There you go. I snoozed it for y'all. Tenshai? Is that it? Sorry, if you can tell me what the pronunciation is, and then I can go by that. But anyway, Tenshi. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay. Hi, Tenshi. So I came in on this Friday, And at the center of this room was this um, huge, oh my gosh, how do I describe it? It was this huge, netted, like those metallic nets. Oh, what can I look this up? Can I look this up? Or a wire cage, maybe? Is that what it is? Circular wire cage? Maybe I can look up a picture. Yeah, kind of like that, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna like show this picture. Yeah, it's like a mesh cage, yeah. But it was very similar to like something like this, but it was in the center of the room and it went from like the floor to the ceiling. So something like that. In the center of this classroom. And in the center was all these branches and things like she probably just found. And no, it's not like our cage. It's not like your cage. But in the center of the room, it just went from the floor to the ceiling, and it had like all these branches. It had like a tree in there, and everything like that. And I just remember we all walked into the classroom, and in this mesh cage was all of our butterflies just flying around. And we're like, remember, like grade 2, like how old was I in grade 2? Yeah, 7 to 8 years old, right? And you just see all these butterflies flying around, like 30 or I think it was 30 butterflies. Yeah, that's probably about the size of the classroom, but like 30 butterflies flying around like in this mesh cage. And then she's like, "Hey, all your all your caterpillars became butterflies over the weekend." Or no, not over the weekend. But in the last few days, because I think we had like maybe it was it a Monday? No. Yeah, it was a Monday. Yeah, it should have been a Monday, unless there was like a pro D day or something like that. But she's like, all your caterpillars became butterflies, and we just like were in such awe, and she like let us have like the space to all like examine it and everything. She's like, be gentle and like look at how beautiful they are. And she's like, we're going to do some learning about butterflies now that your butterflies have gloriously become butterflies. And they were monarch butterflies. I believe they were like those orange ones. Yeah, monarch butterflies. You guys can look it up. But or maybe I'll share it, whatever. So many random photos on my thing anyway. Why not? But yeah. But they were these kind of butterflies. And so imagine like just this beautiful, creative nature scene in this mesh cage with all these beautiful butterflies flying around. And she's like, we're going to go learn about that. And then the afternoon, we're going to release the butterflies. So after lunch, we went into the garden at the school and we released all the butterflies. And then she got these popsicles out for us. And so we were enjoying our popsicles and having all these butterflies landed. Like, I remember I was just like standing there with a popsicle and I had these butterflies landing in my hair and on my shoulders. And I had some, like, she's like teaching us like, I think it was like she put like salt or something like that on our fingers so that like the butterflies would land on our fingers, like salt water or something like that on our fingers. And so all the butterflies would just land on our fingers. And it was just one of those moments that it's like we're embedded in reality, but this feels like such a magic moment, especially when you're like a kid, where you're just looking around, seeing all these beautiful like just being amongst nature. It was like springtime, so all these flowers around, all these butterflies landing on all these little kids. And yeah, so like I was thinking like, oh yeah, butterflies would connect these tattoos, but at the same time, it's like that's like a such a beautiful memory that I have. There was also another time that I absolutely loved this. This was like a good memory that I had with my mother too. Um, and to be frank, like I've mentioned this before, but like me and my mother are estranged, but like I did have good memories with my mother. Like it's not like I think that makes it almost harder. It's like my mother is not a bad person. Just some things went really bad and uh we're going to try to work on it in the new year, and we'll see how that goes. But one of my memories is like during the dinosaur unit that we had. Or I'll backtrack a little bit, but like during the penguin unit we had to like we did like this video of she did this video of us like individually talking about our favorite penguin book and dressing up as penguins and singing in like a choir for penguins. It was great. So there's a video of like little Celty with a penguin outfit. I hope I can find that video somewhere. That would be so cute. I would never show you guys, obviously, but like it is very cute. Me just sitting on the floor, be like, "This is my favorite book, and it is this penguin, and I like this one." Like I forget what it was. It was The Pebble and the Penguin. Was it that book? That would be so funny if it was that book. No, it wasn't that one. It was a penguin book with oh my god, I don't know what it is. But anyway, it was like there was a video of that we did for that, but the one that I had a good memory with my mom was like during the dinosaur unit. I got so into dinosaurs. That's another reason why I love this teacher. Like I got so into dinosaurs. I'm like, there was these giant dinosaurs and they were like dragons and they walked amongst the earth, and like I was just so like I was like, dinosaurs are cool. It was just like I was like so gung ho about it. I was like, dinosaurs are the coolest. And my teacher thought it was a fun project for us to all write a letter to our to our parent and read it out to our parent, asking them for a pet dinosaur. And it was helping us like learn how to write and everything like that too. But we would have to go and like specify what dinosaur we wanted and ask them for a pet dinosaur. And then at the end of the week, we had to present what our parents said and what the reasonings of saying no was and stuff like that. But it was cute. And like, I remember I asked my mom, I'm like, "Hey mom, I want a pet dinosaur and I want a brontosaurus," because that was my favorite. Because like I also got really into oh my gosh, the Land Before Time movie. So I really liked brontosaurus. I also really like the deadlier ones like raptors and stuff like that. But yeah, tree stars. Oh my god, that would be such a cute tattoo. Ah, why did I get a tree star tattoo? Oh, that's such a cute little one. Anyway, yeah, but anyway, oh my god, this is the last news I can do for ad breaks. But I'll quickly get through this story. But I asked my mother for a dinosaur, and then my mom, to be frank, to be honest, like my mother was a single mom. My father was not in my life. Don't feel bad about that because I make jokes about it all the time. People are like, I make dark humor jokes all the time. They're just like, I remember my friend the other day was just like, I wanted cereal, but I didn't have any milk. I'm like, well, I haven't had milk in years because my father never came back. So I make really bad jokes like that, okay? Like really bad jokes. Um uh but I can't miss what was never around basically. But like my mom was a single mom of three girls. And so I asked my mom for this dinosaur thing. And then my mom was washing dishes at the time. And I didn't think she was paying attention. So I was kind of let down because I was like, oh, crap. Like now at the end of the week, my presentation is basically going to be like, my mom didn't pay attention and she was busy or something like that. Right. Like something really, I was like, I just had like, I was just going to be embarrassed. And then 2 days later, I woke up in the morning and my mom had made us toast and eggs, except one of the eggs was a weird looking egg, like a toy egg that you wind up. And she's like, and then she left me a note while she was getting ready. And the note said, hey, she called me Angel growing up, but she's like, hey, Angel, I couldn't get you a Brontosaurus, but I got you this one. And I wound it up, and then it was one of those toys that you wound up, and at the end of it, it cracked open, and then a little dinosaur would start walking across the floor. And she's like, and it was like a little raptor or something like that. And I was like, oh my God. So on the Friday, when everybody was like, my dad said this, and it said that we can't fit a dinosaur in our house, and my mom said this, and like all these things, then I was the only one who was just like, hey, so I asked my mom for Brontosaurus and she said I couldn't have one, but she did get me a dinosaur, and I brought out the toy. And so I was like, my mom said yes, that I can't have a dinosaur. And I was so excited that day. I was so proud. And then I lost that dinosaur toy, and I found out years and years later that my mother told me, she's like, yeah, I borrowed that toy from somebody, so I had to give it back, and I'm sorry. But yeah, like that was like, that's a kind of a cherished memory of mine too. It's just like, it's like, that was something that I was like, oh, I was really appreciative of my mother. Kind of like, she listened and she took the extra step to make it like a great kind of moment for me. But yeah, no, those, how did we get on these like cherished memories? I guess we were talking about tattoos, but it was very cute. And like my teacher loved it. Yeah, I will say I am very appreciative of my mother. Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people who's just like, I'm not going to talk to my mother because like A, B, C, and she wasn't no, like my mother was not perfect, and like, but she really tried with growing up. She had a bad life before that and everything like that. I really appreciate her, but there's certain things as well that you also have to protect yourself and also have to be mindful of, like, hey, like we need to take accountability for certain actions. Bye, Napalm. Bye-bye. Have a great one. So there's a lot of reasons why I love my mom, and there's a lot of reasons why I chose to kind of end our relationship for the time being. It makes it harder because like those memories make me feel like, oh my God, I miss my mom. But at the same time, I have to remind myself of like, there's a reason why like we're not talking, right? And it's not that I don't want it to work out. It's that I have to make sure that my own welfare is okay too. Because for a long time, I didn't take care of myself in certain situations that she put me in. To be as vague as possible, because you guys don't need to hear all the nitty gritty of that. We can talk about the happy times on this stream. Yeah. But I will say I am in counseling. I've been in counseling for like 2 years now over that. But like on and off throughout my life, I've been through counseling. counseling is like an amazing tool. I actually wanted to be a counselor for the longest time. Um, I have my I have my bachelor's in psychology actually. Um, I just didn't go for my master's. Because to to be frank, I didn't go for my master's because like when I was almost done my bachelor's, I was like, I don't know if I can be a counselor because I would take all my work home with me. And there's some people who are very, very talented. Um, they're very talented, or they're not necessarily talented, but they have this certain mindset that they're able to leave work at work and then go home. Obviously there's some crisscross and everything like that. And sometimes it doesn't always happen, especially if you've had a really hard day at work. But like that's why I appreciate people who like who go through really difficult jobs, kind of like nursing and doctors, vet techs, and healthcare aides, people who go through who work at senior citizen homes. All those kind of jobs require a certain type of person that like I wish I could be like, but I also have to be like, oh, like I have to like take care of myself and be like, oh, I want to enjoy my life and not always be upset over other people. It took me a while to realize that because like I was like, oh, I felt very selfish for taking that road and being like, oh, I don't want to help people all the time. But like you also have to like I said, you have to take care of yourself. And okay, I'm gonna hydrate and I'm gonna stretch, and then I am not shrimping right now, so thank you though for the redeems. I'm doing them. I gotta like get like a cool animation for these redeems. Thank you. But yeah, I have my bachelor's in psychology, in pre-counseling and forensic psychology. Because when you're doing college and university stuff, you have to go through you have to do a certain amount of courses and everything, but also you have to do a certain amount of like not just psychology courses. You have to do other things. That's why I took creative writing courses. And I took anthropology, and I took sociology, and I took all these different types of stuff that I was interested in. Oh, T-Tones, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's super cool. What's psychology like, if I might ask? I can talk a little bit about that. Psychology is studying basically human behavior and the human mind. So it is a lot about like I liked focusing a lot like on cognitive behavioral therapy, because that one's a really well documented one. But I also really liked narrative therapy and client focused therapy. So cognitive behavioral therapy is very much good for people who are trying to change a behavioral pattern. Let me look up these terms so I can like better educate. But yeah, like cognitive behavioral therapy is like more goal oriented, and so it's very much like you identify a challenge and then you change your negative thinking patterns and behaviors, and then like you basically let me think of an example. You might be like, oh, I feel like I don't have anything going for me in life or stuff like that sounds really dark. But um you start doing things and like looking at examples of things that challenge that belief. And when you keep challenging that belief over and over and over again with examples that prove otherwise, it can change your neurological thinking patterns on it. This is for you or an example. It was an example, but I was just trying to think of like other things. Yeah, but you identify negative patterns, and then you challenge the thoughts, and then you change the behaviors, and then like you look at that, how that corresponds to it. Narrative therapy, which I really enjoy, is very much. I hate that I say it's very much. I always say very much, but it is rewriting your your thoughts, your the way you talk to yourself, basically. There's a lot of people who will say something very very catastrophic about themselves. They'll say something like I'm trying to think of an example. I'll take an example that I know that with one of my friends. My friend kept saying, I am very depressed. I have depression. And normally naming something like that can be very beneficial. But if you hang on to that, and if you hang on to that in certain instances where you're not supposed to be, or you're not supposed to be, not that, but like if you are hanging on to, I'm depressed and I can't get out of depression, and there's no way I can get out of this, you're never going to get out of it, because words are powerful and thoughts are powerful because of those words that you tell yourselves. So if you say instead, I am grieving, I am grieving this trauma that I went through, and I am doing the best I can, and I am doing what is possible for myself. If you're changing your narrative that way, then it helps you view these challenges you're going through as external forces rather than something that's like inherent that you can't fight against. It's kind of like the best thing. It's kind of like that like don't put it out into the universe, but also don't put it into yourself. If you're like, I can't beat this, I can't win, I can't. Even if you're like doing something simple as a test, if you're like, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, you're going to fail. But if you're like, I'm going to try my best to succeed, and I did all the studying, and you remind yourself of the things that you did to prevent that, then it can empower an outcome. It's kind of like you're something on Google. It says you're reauthoring and you're rewriting your story, where you're the person who's able to kind of fight back, and you're not in this space of helplessness. And then like, what was the last time is I focused on client-centered therapy, which is very much it's focusing on the fact that people, when it comes to a lot of different therapies, they often put the therapist as the person who is the authoritative in the relationship. Like they're like, hey, I'm here to teach you how to write your life and how to get better. Whereas client-centered therapy, or it's also called person-centered therapy, is focused on empowering people that they are the experts in their own lives, and that therapist is there only to provide as like being supportive and being non-judgmental, and the client is more guided by the therapist's empathy, and like positive regard of their actions, and what they're going through. So the therapist helps them actively reflect on what's going on in their life, but the therapist never tries to say, hey, I'm the expert on your life. You're the expert on your own life. I also focused a lot. I did like a huge research project on play therapy, the importance of play, and how schools growing up need to have time for play, because less play, even like when you're in your teen years and stuff like that, can lead to like psychological issues and problems, because it's like you're not having an outlet for this energy and this creativity that like you need. Like if you're like going into high school and you're just focused on like getting through high school and just focused on like passing that course, and you're not putting it into hobbies, interests, or play, then it can make you feel really demoralized. Sorry for that huge rant. Yeah, there's so many different types of therapy. Those are just the ones that I have studied in length, and there's many others. You also learn about different different problems with different therapies, as well as different issues that come across in therapies and stuff like that. Hey, did your courses teach you about motivational interviewing? Yes, they did. For those of you guys who don't know, motivational interviewing is that is actually a part of client-centered therapy, because it is the therapist using a bunch of like open-ended questions and acceptance of like, hey, you're going through this thing, and asking a bunch of questions basically to uncover things in their client's mind that they might not be even aware of. Like my own therapist uses this on me. She does motivational interviewing because I will be telling a story about my life, and I will say something, and then she'll be like, hey, about that, why do you think that way? And then I'll be like, oh, because of this, this, and this. And she's like, but why? Like, who's telling you this? I'm like, I guess I told myself this because of this and that. So it helps you uncover things that you might not otherwise be aware of. Did your professor make you sign a contract to only use this power for good too? I mean, there's definitely consent forms that you have to go through when it comes to counseling. But yes, there's a lot of different things that you can. It's funny you mentioned that, because there's some people who I used to, when I went on a couple dates a long time ago, as soon as you mentioned I study psychology, they immediately changed their behavior. They would straighten up in their seat and everything like that, because they thought you were psychoanalyzing them. And it's like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm really not. Like, but like people get like nervous about people who study human behavior, and they're like, I don't want to be read like that. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. But there was like a time that like I did a course where it was on it was like a course on like listening aspects of therapy or something like that, and we actually had to videotape us quote counseling another person in the class, and then follow like the steps that like our teacher had taught us about that. And I felt so bad. And this is not to be say like I was so good at this. It's like, but like my partner cried. And I felt so awful about it. But my teacher said, "Oh, this was a really good session." Um, because it was such a simple problem that the person talked about. It was just like, I feel really bad that I don't have enough time with my nephew or something. And um we had this kind of like half an hour to an hour counseling session where we got to like the nitty gritty of like this person just feels like a little bit out of control with their time management in their life. And it's not even about the nephew. It's just like, oh, I'm missing out time because I feel like my life's kind of out of control. So that she teared up a little bit. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, like you made me really think about that. I'm like, okay, I guess that's good. But yeah, like my specialty was pre-counseling. That was yeah, what's time management exactly. Even like now that the new year's coming up, I'm like, oh my God, what did I do this year? I feel like I just worked. And then I moved, obviously, but like it was, but I worked, I went to therapy. That's like the thing with like narrative therapy. Like I just said, it's like I could be telling myself, oh my gosh, like this whole year I just worked and I did nothing. And that's not factually true. I have to remind myself, like, even like narratively speaking, it's like I started going to counseling last year. I've been going to counseling every week. I've been going to physiotherapy. I gone to work. I started streaming. And then being like, oh, it's actually no, I didn't do nothing but work. I did a lot of things. BRB, salty being a responsible being has me remembering I haven't done my laundry and I owe a hot shower. Exactly. Take care of yourself. And sometimes it's okay to be like, oh, even if you're like, oh, I just worked this year, or and if that's like the case, it's just like, hey, you do what you need to do to survive, right? Um, my other specialty was forensic psychology because, like I said, you have to do a certain amount of courses, um, or certain amount of credits, I should say. And I was like, oh, well, I like criminology, so I took a bunch of criminology classes. And I learned about the psychological like processes of people, as well as like the psychological process of criminal people, or like psychopaths, and psychopath, I should say social because psychopaths is like it's actually not a clinical term. It is it's sociopath, that's a proper term. Psychopath is like more used for TV and everything, but it's for antisocial personality disorder. But I actually took a disorder class too, on all the different types of disorders. But like I took a lot of psychology and law, and media and crime, how like the media kind of, with all the crime in media, it makes it feel like there's more danger out there than there really is. I actually had to do a coroner's report, like a fake coroner's report. That was a really cool class. I went through some really interesting classes. I just hate getting tested on them, but I understand that they have to do that. But I actually love learning. Hi, Dina. You're here, and guess what? What? I always get nervous about this. Realizing Salty can't analyze me. Don't do that. I'm not psychoanalyzing everybody. Oh my God, Dina. I had to like zoom in on that because I was like, what the hell does that say? Stupid. You're so stupid. But I have made jokes at work that I use certain types of psychology on them, but I tell them all the time that I use child psychology on them. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I do. And the best example I have used is because I didn't really even realize I was using child psychology. And I was like, people are like, do you use psychology on us? I'm like, no. And then I thought about it really hard. I'm like, oh, I guess I do with this. But it does make you a better manager, to know what people are going through. Like when people, like your staff tells you, hey, I have an anxiety disorder, or I have depression, or I have this. So you can kind of like go around that and try to be helpful with that. But when it comes to like when I was telling people to do things, I don't like being like, hey, go do this job. Unless like it's like the only thing that needs to be done, or it is crucial. Like I hate doing that. Often I'm just like, because there's so many things going on in the store. Often I'll be like, hey, can you do this, or you can do this? Like, can you fold shirts, or can you take out the garbage? And that little thing of giving somebody a choice of what to do actually motivates them more to do that activity. That's like a little psychology thing. So that is child-based psychology, but that's also just anybody in general. Like if I told you, I'm like, hey, like, go do this thing, you'd probably be like, oh, I guess so. Okay, fine. But if I'm like, hey, do you want to do this, or do you want to do this? It's like, oh, I'll do this. That little choice gives you way more motivation than just being bossed around to do one other thing. Hi, Eclipse. I heard this. I heard Psycho, I'm here. If you learn psychology, you use it. It becomes part of your brain, I swear. Exactly. And it's like, that's like it with any kind of learning, but like especially with psychology, it's it just becomes part of your way of thinking. So you're not psychoanalyzing people, you're just being a person, and you're trying to be a better person using like what you've learned. It also teaches you how to be more patient with people, I found, because I had like this project, again, I had a really amazing teacher. She was amazing. I loved her. In college, where I was she was my cultural psychology teacher. And I did she said, do an essay on comparing different cultural psychology type terms, using an example from your really real life. And so I had two friends, where one of them grew up where I live, in a culture that is very focused on individual aspects, individual growth, and getting ahead, and that you are important and you deserve this in life and stuff like that. Like that's the type of it's an individualized society. Whereas I also have another friend who grew up in an Asian culture, and in a lot of Asian cultures, it's very collectivist, I believe, where it's, hey, we're all in this together. We all help each other out. And so I was in a trio friendship with these three. Well, like I was the third, but like I was in a friendship with these two other people, and I would compare certain talks that they had. So my friend who was from this culture, where I am a part of, he was going through a breakup, and it was very much like she did this, and like this is why this is happening, and I can't believe she did that. So it was very much pointing the blame at her. Whereas my friend who's from an Asian culture, because of the way he was raised, and being in that collectivist kind of mindset, was just very much like, well, maybe it's because that she was going through this, and maybe it's because she was going through this. Like he was looking at external factors, whereas my friend in this culture was looking at individual factors of what's wrong with her, like because of this. Whereas my Asian friend was like, well, maybe it's something going on with her family or stuff like this. So not to say that like every person is like that. I feel like I have a collectivist way of thinking, but I wasn't born in that kind of culture mindset. But like, it was interesting looking at how my two friends who come from two different cultures think a certain way because of the way they were raised. And I love this teacher so much because she got so passionate that when I wrote this essay, she actually called me and she's like, hey, are you busy? I'm like, first of all, how the fuck did you get my number? But I loved her so much. And I'm like, hi. And she's like, I just wanted to talk to you about your essay. And I'm like, oh God, what did I do? Like, I didn't plagiarize. I didn't do this. Like, I was like freaking out. I was like, why are you calling me about my paper? Like, did it not get sent to you properly and all this stuff? And then she's like, I was just fascinated by your friends and I wanted to pick your brain about them a little bit if you don't mind. And so, she loved her job. She's a wonderful teacher as well. Very passionate. And, there's some people who learn psychology and there's some people who kind of ingrain it in the way they think. And that's what she said that I was like. And that's the way she is like. There's also just some people who just learn the terms and then that's it, right? People think using psychology on people like manipulation, mind tricks, when it's just learning to understand how people think. Honestly, it helps you treat people more like people as opposed to managers who treat people like machines. Exactly. Like the first thing I ask people, like we do this like little thing in the morning where we like whenever somebody starts their shift at any time actually, where we're like, hey, this is our goal for the day and this is where you're going to be at and this is what till you're on and blah, blah, blah. But I always try to ask, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? Because that really affects people's work. Like some people, and my staff is pretty straightforward and honest with me. There's some people who are like, who've been working there for years and they'll be like, hey, I had a big fight with my boyfriend this morning, or I'm not feeling the greatest like mentally today. I'm like, okay, well, do you want to do this job instead of doing this job that will put you more in, like, I'll be like, hey, do you want to go fix this display so you're not like interacting with customers as much today? Things like that, right? Like you can go around people and you can like identify what's going on. And I always try to check them with people in like halfway through the shift. I'm like, hey, like, are you still doing okay? Do you want a break from this? Because people are not machines. And I don't expect people to be like, oh, you want to do this display? You're doing it all day. Like you want to give people a break, right? Hello, Goth. Hello. When you learn how to manipulate the little cavemen inside everyone's head, it becomes easier to mesh with and get where you need from people in a much less distressful and destructive way. Exactly. I love to hear about teachers when they love to teach. I remember at the time I almost published a New York article. I'm still glad I turned it down. Oh, interesting. I remember in high school, actually, I have it somewhere, but I was part of the newspaper in high school, and I remember I wrote this was like me. People are like, oh, you're an old soul, because like I just grasp this a lot quicker than I guess other people. Again, not trying to compliment myself. I've had other people tell me this, but I had a column piece that I wrote on how as a high school student, I didn't understand why people had such a huge focus in this part of their life on relationships, on being in a relationship, having a girlfriend, having a boyfriend, when there were so many other things that you could put your life and put your passions into, and how like we're still kids. Technically, we're still trying to figure things out, and that there's like this societal pressure of having a relationship even at this age. And it's so funny because like I had a bunch of like my fellow students be like, oh, that's a really cool thing you wrote, but it was mostly teachers that talked to me about it, because they're like, oh, I wish that my daughter got this and I wish that my son got this, is that it's not the end of the world if you don't have a relationship right now. I should find it and maybe I can read it one day, but on here. But I I think it's just like at the time I felt so much pressure to be in a relationship, and I didn't date in high school, but people thought there was something wrong with me that I didn't want to date. I'm like, I have other shit going on. I don't need to date. That's just going to add a bunch of shit to it. But I actually got invited to read that at a literary reading not ceremony, but like something like that, where people were reading like poems and everything. But like I was not able to attend to it because I was also in the drama club and I had a performance that day. I was researching in college on the benefits of VR for those with medical conditions, and my mom, a bedridden person, then volunteered to help. She was supposed to explore VR games for 10 minutes every day for 2 weeks. She only lasted 1 week before developing headaches, so I canceled it and came to the conclusion that all things good in moderation. That is true. That's very interesting, though, too. Like, I thought about that with VR, too. I got so jealous of my coworker who got a VR headset. I think it would be so cool to do VR. It'd be so cool if, like, everybody in the Discord server was able to do VR, and then we could just all hang out. And if you're not part of the server, why are you not part of the server? Join it. It's $3 a month. Unless you want to look at the really cool things, and then it's a little bit higher than that. But literally, you can join for $3. Yeah, I would love to do VR. Like, that would be so cool to do. That's understandable, Goth. It's nice that you recognize that that was not the best thing for your mom, and you kind of took a step back from that. Because some people are just so driven by the research that they just like keep pushing it. It's cold in here. What the hell? It just suddenly got cold. Also, I said that I was going to do laundry and I haven't touched it. I'll do it after, I swear. Been so ingrained in this talk. Meta flirting with me in the chat. I'm not sick. So, typically every winter, I get a little bit of a cough or I lose my voice because of all the talking that I've done at my job, because I work retail and it is very busy in retail. So I think I was just starting to lose my voice. And so I know that it's not, I know that I'm not sick because it's not in my chest. I can feel like it just like a dry cough in my throat. So I just need to rest my voice after this and it should be fine, which I have the rest of the day to myself, which is really nice. What is, you guys just fighting in the chat? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys just hanging with me and hearing about all my psychology babble. Yeah, I'll get to cleaning after the stream for a little bit. I might do some laundry while I'm watching some shows that I need to catch up on. And then I'll do some drawing later. Maybe I'll do like a quick little cute little drawing, because I miss drawing so much, even if it's just a sketch that I can post. That's another thing about the Discord. You guys can look at art before I post it on my socials, which are also in the top corner. I am at Celty Art on everything. Get that immortalized on my wall in elementary school, so that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have that newspaper article, or like that, not newspaper. I guess it's a school newspaper. I have that cool newspaper article somewhere, because like I was really proud of it. I also have like a poem I did in college that I wrote that I was proud of. It was like a sonnet that I had to write. And then I read it a little bit last stream. I have some of the things that I wrote in my creative writing class too. You won a bike? What the hell? That's so cool. I remember I won a t-shirt when I was in grade 1. It was a huge ass shirt because I was a very, 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 very like very small kid, and they gave me an extra large shirt. So I have a picture of me standing in this shirt where it was literally down to my ankles. And I won that shirt for I guess this is not celebrated as much in the States, but the Terry Fox run. It was a guy who ran for cancer, even though he was dealing with cancer at the time. But in Canada, it's really celebrated because he was Canadian and he was trying to run across Canada in this thing called like the Marathon of Hope. He unfortunately did not finish it because he died from cancer. But now, like every year in schools in Canada, they usually do a Terry Fox run, depending, like, they'll just be like, the run will be like finishing off what he did, basically. That's the mentality. But yeah, the Terry Fox Run is an annual non-competitive charity event held around the world to raise money for cancer, to commemoration of the Canadian cancer activist Terry Fox and his Marathon of Hope. I will check how far he got. Let me just see. Event was founded in 1981. The Terry Fox Foundation has raised over $950 million for cancer research. I'm trying to look up actual. I want Terry Fox. Yeah, so in 1980, having had one leg amputated due to cancer, he embarked on a cross-country Canada run to raise money and awareness. He was a long-distance runner and basketball player, and his right leg was amputated in 1977. He began the Marathon of Hope. How long? Let me just double check. I'm just trying to find like how far he got. He ran 5,373 kilometers or 3,339 miles across Canada in for 143 days. He started in Newfoundland, and then he ended in Thunder Bay, Ontario. But he ran close to 26 miles per day. Yeah, he was really impressive. Like, I actually, like, he's somebody that people really admire in Canada and elsewhere. Is like, oh, there's actually a map. Hold on, I can bring up the map. Hold on, I don't know how we got on Terry Fox, but we're doing this now. Where are you? Picture. I'm gonna make this bigger, but this is how far he went. You guys can follow that line. Very impressive. There's so many videos and everything like that that we got shown of him with his leg. I'm glad I could share this actually, like if you guys don't know about this guy, because he was amazing. Here's a picture that I will get. Save image. Thank you. Oh my god. There you go. Yeah, he did this with one leg. Like, incredible. Like, this is him though. He's like a hero in Canada. He should be celebrated as a hero everywhere, but like very admirable. We used to do this, people still do it, but like very much in high school we did that a lot. I think there's like a few schools in Canada are named after him. He ran through snow, rain, wind, heat, humidity. He stopped in more than 400 towns, schools, and cities to talk about why he was running. He started at 4:30 a.m. in the morning and often didn't finish his last mile until 7 p.m. at night. Sometimes Terry and Doug, his best friend and driver, would sleep in the van because they could not afford a place to stay. Some days, hundreds of people cheered him on. Other days, he was alone on the road and no money was raised. But yeah, he started like a huge thing, and he's really celebrated in Canada. But let me just see like how much money has raised altogether. So during his Marathon of Hope in 1980, and you have to remember like inflation and everything, he raised over 24 million, but the Terry Fox Foundation has raised over 900 million so far. And he was 21 years old. But he ran every day at 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. for 143 days. Like, yeah. Like, if you want to look him up, like, do look him up, because he's huge. Like, that's somebody that we really, he's just an extraordinary person. So you guys get me on certain like things where I'm like, oh, we're going to do some research now. That was one hero that I'm like, damn, okay. Yeah, no, we were talking about Terry Fox. My dryer's yelling at me. Hold on, guys. Hold on. You guys can't hear it this time because the door's shut. But yeah, I won a t-shirt because I did the most laps around the field for Terry Fox when I was in grade 1. So I had this old big shirt that said Terry Fox Run on it. And it was a huge deal because when I was in grade 1, they were just like, so this person who ran the most laps in the Terry Fox Run is Celty last name. And it was over the PA and everybody's like, yay. And I was celebrating my one first grade classroom. You fell asleep. I wish. I got mad at a baby yesterday, y'all. Like I didn't get mad at the baby. I just got mad in my mind. I was just very bitter because like I was so tired to the point that like when I was like headed home, I was like wrapped in my like sweater and my jacket and everything. I almost fell asleep on the train, but I was so tired that like when I was walking around the store, I saw this baby taking a nap, and like in my head, I was like, "Screw you!" Like I want a nap. I deserve a nap. And then I was like telling my coworker, I'm like, "This is BS that adults don't get nap time." I won a private theater viewing for donating blood twice. Oh, damn, good. I really want to donate. I just haven't gotten around to that. And I know that's no excuse. I'm also really scared of needles. So I have to be very careful about that. Because like when I have blood drawn, then they get really concerned. In general, because I go pale. I don't pass out. I go pale and they don't like that. I also don't drive, so it's hard to get to a place that does that around here. Maybe I'm closer to a place now, but I do want to donate blood and help. I didn't manage to fall asleep till 9 a.m. because I have a neighbor who likes to make noise in his vehicle in the wee hours of morning. Oh, that sucks. No, wait a second. No, Faith, no, you can't. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, we're gonna put a pause right there. You just said I couldn't go to sleep till 9 a.m. because I have a neighbor who likes to make a noise with his vehicle in the wee hour. Oh, you mean like really early morning hours, like 1 a.m. or something like that? Because in my head, I was just like, you can't blame a guy for not being able to fall asleep until 9 if he's making noises at 9. I'm sad I can't donate blood anymore. I don't know that syndrome. Double jointedness. That actually takes you out of that? I've never heard of that. I'm gonna look that up. I like being educated. As Charlotte Dobre on YouTube says all the time, I'm doing my research. Oh, I have heard of this. Yeah, no, okay. That's I guess, yeah. I used to be so afraid I asked for the area being poked and to be frozen until I'm numb. It's funny because like I have tattoos and that's completely different than like taking blood. Like it's just a different experience. It feels like little scratches and it doesn't look like a needle to me. Like if I zoomed in, I'd probably be freaked out, but like it's not the same thing for me. You guys want to hear a funny story about me when I was younger? I guess another one. So this is how scary I was. This is how scared I was of needles. Because I will tell you, it was the nurse's fault. And you guys can tell me differently if it's not the nurse's fault. But I will say, that nurse was a bitch. I am not... Okay, so when I was very, very young, I don't know how young I was, but I had to get blood drawn. And there was this nurse there who probably shouldn't have been a nurse or should have retired by then or something. Like she should have not, it was time for her to go. Like it's not okay. Is that I was this little gobbo, walking in, and I was so nervous because obviously needle looks scary, and this is not the first time I got a shot or got a needle or anything like that, but like first memory of it, I think. And the nurse was just like, looked like a crabby old lady. Like she reminded me of what's her face in like Monsters Inc. Wazowski. Like she's like, I'm always watching you. That woman, What's her name? Rose, yeah. Or Roz. But yeah, no. Like, reminded me of that. Because I had just a crabby old woman. As I pull up a picture of her. So imagine this when I say this. Jaws? Or claws? Roz? Imagine this face as a little kid. And I'm going in there and I'm scared of the needle and I'm like, is it going to hurt? In my little cute little voice, I'm like, is it going to hurt? And she's like, yes. Like, who says that to a kid? Who does that? You don't do that to a child who's terrified. And you know what happened after that? I made her job harder. Because if you tell a child like me that it's going to hurt, guess what happens? I'm not doing it. So I looked at her, I looked at my mother, and I booked it. I ran out of the doctor's office. And this doctor's office was on the second floor in this building. I got to the underground parking lot before my mother caught me. I'm not even kidding you. Like, I ran for it. And I think my mother only caught up to me because, like, she took the elevator and I took the stairs. Like, no, I wasn't that. I was fast because, like, you're a kid going against a parent. And, like, my mother had me later on in life. Like, I was an accident, guys. I was an accident. My mother thought of there's an old wives' tale where you can't get pregnant if you're breastfeeding, and my mother believed that, which is so dumb. But anyway, I ran for it. And yeah, got to the parking lot, or like underground parking before she caught me and dragged me back, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. And I was kicking and throwing a tantrum, and like it got dragged back to the doctor's office to the point that the receptionist was like looking shocked. And I was just gone. And that I blame that woman for having a phobia of needles. I'm okay because I have to get blood work done every now and then because of my medication. But I still go pale and I still don't like it. Stitches, like getting stitches, I hate that. And that's where I'll like freeze up and everything. Again, won't pass out because I got stitches like a couple years ago on my elbow. But I was like, oh my God, I hate it. Like even right now, my hands are all clammy. Think about it. But she started me being a brat when it came to like stuff like that. And there was also a time that this sounds so dumb. So my mom was a single parent, and I used to go to her friend's place who used to kind of help her out a little bit. And I called him like Uncle something. And I'll just say like Uncle Fred or something like that. I call him Uncle Fred. And he was like never dated my mom or anything, but he was significantly older than my mother. And he just like helped out. Like they were just friends for a really long time. So he babysat us. And his place, when he had a place, was just really bad. Like he had clutter everywhere. He was kind of a bit of a hoarder. And my mother didn't she knew some of it, but like not like he wasn't like one of like those hoarders that was this like those like hoarders that don't have a clean place. Like his place was pretty clean, but it was just a lot of stuff. And me and my sister were rollerblading in the house. And don't get at me, okay? You should have been watching us better. But we were we were rollerblading in the house. I just allowed that comment in the clip so you can be immortalized with that. Somebody screenshot that. So we were rollerblading in the house, and in the corner, like, you know, when a wall meets a corner, that sometimes they have metal on that wall on the corner to kind of like preserve it and stuff like that, I guess. I don't know why they do that. Anyway, I was rollerblading in the house, and I rollerbladed smack into the wall, and I had to get 8 stitches on my forehead from that. And again, this was after the awful woman. The awful woman put this stuff in my head about how needles hurt and how needles were bad because she was a bitch. And I was obviously bleeding pretty profusely from this cut on my forehead. And Uncle Fred was just like, we have to get you to the hospital, and was calling my mother saying there was an accident and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, no, why are we going to the hospital? I need a Band-Aid. And he's like, no, you need stitches. I'm like, what are stitches? And my sister told me what stitches were. And I'm like, they're going to sew me up? No. And I started fighting Uncle Fred and my sister, like, to the point, like, if you guys have seen like those police videos where like one person, like, they don't want to get into the police car and they kind of like throw a fit and they go on the ground, and like one person is kind of like trying to lift them up by their arms, and they're like kind of underneath their armpits. And my sister was holding like my ankles, even though I was kicking. It was not a good scene. It was not a pretty scene. And through this cluttered house, I was fighting for my life, y'all. I was fighting to not go to the hospital, even though I was like bleeding down my face, like anime style, like bleed, like a cut over the eye, bleeding down my face, like side of my face, not looking pretty at all, and fighting for my life. And then when we got into the car, I tried to barrel roll out of the car while the car was moving. And my sister had to hold me down because I kept taking off my seatbelt and trying to roll out of the car because I didn't want stitches. And it was worse whenever the car stopped because I was like, oh, I can do it now. Even though Uncle Fred from the front was just like, you're going to get more hurt if you do that. You're going to get more stitches. And I'm like, so like when that happened, I was like, okay, when the car starts slowing down, I can barrel roll out of the car. I never got a chance to barrel roll out of the car, but like it was there and I kept opening the door. It was really bad. Okay, I was in fight or flight mode, okay? You made Uncle Fred's house look like a murder scene. Kinda. I was a tiny lunatic. It was really bad. Like, could you imagine, like, probably the neighbors, if anybody looked out the window, they would see some guy. Oh, how old was he at the time? He had to be in his 60s. Some older guy in his 60s. And, like, mind you, it wasn't like, it's not saying like 60 is old. It's just like like when he was 60, he looked 70 or 80. Like he didn't take care of himself, but also it's just like he would just always looked old. And an older man dragging a little tomboy child out of the house with a little girl helping him. Dragging me to the car and me screaming for my life. Probably looked really bad. Probably looked like they were trying to hide the body. Or like trying to murder me and then hide the body. Instead of taking me to the hospital. Oh, and then when we got to the hospital, oh, I'm so glad. What? No, that's not gonna. What the fuck? No. I'm just gonna block that person. Thank you. Not that that was like a bad comment, but like they were just trying to get attention, I guess. But yeah, no, I just I was a nightmare when I was younger. When I was okay, I was a really, really good kid. I followed all the rules. I never got in trouble. Like I never got grounded growing up because I always followed everything. I was like tried to be perfect child. But when it came to like hospital stuff and stitches stuff and everything, like no. It was feral. There's a tiny part of me that would have held your seatbelt so you couldn't jump out, but opened the door and said, hey, if you want more stitches to get asphalt stuck out of your skin and be my guest, if you want to jump out, you're going to have to crawl back before we take you to the doctor. Yeah, no, like he said that. I didn't care. There was no logic in those actions. I was a badass with my first stitches. The doctor kept begging me for anesthesia, so it would at least be some sort of numbing gel, but I refused. Oh, well, good for you, Goth. Okay, good for you. I just fought my way out. I just, no. I was absolutely not going to do that. No. Like, I even had to get stitches because, I went on one of those, electric scooters and I crashed it. It was not my fault. The scooter was bullshit. So, you know the little, what is it called? Like, you know when it comes to driveways and how do I describe it? Let me just, I can like get a picture of blah, blah, blah. Is it not gonna show me what I need it to show me? Driveway from sidewalk. I need visuals. I need the visuals. I guess this is good enough. Hold on, y'all. I need visuals for this. I gotta draw on this picture. This is probably not that important, but I don't care. You guys are with my stream, so I don't know if they even have a term for this, but oh my god, that's such a bad thing. Okay. And then this picture does not need to be this big. Okay. We need to do our visuals. Okay, look. You know, I circle it with the blue, but you know when like there's a driveway or anything like that and like the sidewalk divots so that a car can go drive up in there and not drive up on the sidewalk? What is that called? It's not really the curb, but like it's going down in like, okay, it goes down, right? So you should be able to like this is for like getting a car, the lip. Okay, I guess. But like it's there so that you can drive a car through that or drive a bike onto the sidewalk or anything like that, right? It's there for that purpose. I went to drive up onto there with the electric scooter and it turned the wheel because the wheels on this electric scooter were too small and it turned the wheel to the side, so I flipped over the handlebar. So I had to get 4 stitches on my elbow, 1 internal stitch because apparently it was deep. And I had to call into work and be like, hey, I crashed the scooter. It wasn't even my scooter. But like, it was one of those renting. Can you rent them? I guess. Like, anyway, um, but yeah, I crashed it and I was in pain. I got a little bit of a cut on my forehead too, but I was brave. I got it fixed. No, I didn't. It was a stupid little wheel, okay? The little wheel turned. I didn't hit it at the wrong angle. It wrong angled me, okay? It was their fault. They should like there was like two different types of scooters. And that one apparently that kind got a lot of people in accidents. So again, not my fault, manufacturer fault. I got teased for that at work. I was very I get into like I've gotten into like weird accidents or I'm just very I'm very clumsy. But that was not my fault. That's not clumsiness. That's like a manufacturer thing. But like I yeah, I I am very clumsy. I am not like you know how in like animes or even like comics and everything like the main girl in like romance ones is always she's so clumsy and she needs somebody to make sure she doesn't fall and like oh she'll fall into your arms or like you'll drop the papers and have a meet cute moment. It's not me saying that I'm clumsy because of that. It's like I have like bruises all over my legs at all times because I knock into things. I fall. I have fallen up the stairs as I'm like walking up the stairs. It's not fun. And it's you know what it is? It's just embarrassing. There's nothing worse than falling in front of a bunch of people and everybody's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And you just like, "I'm fine." And then you get up and like you have like blood all over you or whatever. Like I used to bike to my high school and I crashed it a couple times. Again, not my fault. No, those ones were probably my fault. But I I would have like I would be like, "Oh, I'm okay." And like there was one time I crashed right in front of a car that was leaving a driveway and they're like, "Oh my god, are you okay?" and blah blah blah. I'm like, "I'm fine." As I got back on my bike and my jeans like at the knees were ripped through and it was just a bloody mess. Like and I was like I didn't even think about it until I got to the school and I was like I looked like I just it looked really bad. And my first class was drama and I went in and everybody's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm fine, stop it." Like went to the washroom to clean up. I'm like, "I'm not late, okay? I just need to go clean this." Sorry, I was checking I have to check my phone once in a while because I am the manager. Just in case something's bad. But nothing looks like they're bad. But yeah. I gotta go make dinner now. What are you making? Yeah, no, I get a lot of bruises and scrapes, Goth, that I don't I don't realize until like later. I had a really scary bruise last year. Um it was like people are like I there's so many bruises that I get like that I like bump into like things at work and everything like that and like I just bruise easily apparently. But this bruise I woke up with it and it was probably from work, but it was just creepy that it looked like a hand. It looked like somebody wrapped their hand around my forearm and it looked like if you put a hand on there, you could line up the fingers where the bruises were. And I was like, the hell? And even my coworkers like, are you okay? Like, because they knew that wasn't in they're like, who grabbed you? And I would like not even tell them, hey, like this happened. But like, they were just like, who grabbed you? Because it looked that much like a handprint. And like, I was like, it's not though. Nobody grabbed me. And then my friend at work was just like, I think that, I think that you got grabbed in your sleep by a paralysis demon or something like that. I'm like, but I didn't have a dream about that. But like, he's like, you are haunted. Shrimp check, hydrate, and stretch. You guys always do that all at once. Nice hearing story time with Salty. Oh, thank you. Dina, what happened? I need to get a better computer chair because like my computer chair, even my friend was just like, that's not good if you're going to be streaming. Like it's such an old computer chair. It's one of those like, so I've mentioned this before, but I was in debt for a really long time. A lot of factors went into that. But I got out of it when I got out of a certain situation, and my friends were able to help me out by giving me the space to fight against like credit cards and stuff like that. But I will say some of it was my fault, not all of it. It was kind of a bad situation, but I got out of that. But I also got back into it a little bit because like moving is expensive, y'all. I'm hoping that like when my paycheck comes out soon that I can pay off a little bit more of it. But like it's just hard when it comes to like credit card interest and everything. That's the hardest thing to fight. But like yeah, I mentioned that it's like this is why I have a square screen. Like why I have 2 square screens, because they were given to me by my last roommate. She's like, just take them. And then the keyboard I have was $20. And it came with the mouse. And the computer was given to me. The desk that I have was from a Visa gift card that my boss gave me for my 10 years at the company. So I bought that with that. And then the chair was given to me by my old roommate as well. So all of this is makeshift. And even like I have a webcam that Cove gave me because she had an extra one. I got a burger from this new burger place near me, and I had ordered a cheese curd burger, but instead they gave me a jalapeno burger. And I didn't notice it until I got home. Oh no! That actually sounds really good, jalapeno burger though. Now that like the stress and everything at work is done-ish, because it's always going to be stressful working in retail. But and then I have inventory coming up where we have to count everything in the store. I got to start like taking care of myself more. And because like I haven't been eating my vegetables as much as I want to. I want to get back into drinking shakes and eating enough in general and taking care of myself. If you guys know really good recipes that are healthy, you can let me know in the server, in the Discord, because I'd appreciate them. It's what like even if they are like I make them easy ones. Don't be like, hey, make this vegan lasagna. Like I can't do that, okay? That's the server. Go join it if you haven't, because like if you haven't joined it, you're a loser. No. Can I help with inventory? I wish. The thing that made it so stressful this year too. Okay, so there's a bunch of different factors that made this the most stressful Christmas that at my work, because first we got like a new shipping company to work with our work. So everything was done wrong. And then like also the place that we kept our supplies and everything, all the prices were done wrong. So anything that came in was wrong price, We had to reprice everything manually ourselves. Sometimes we got stickers that we could post, like put over top of the price. No, all the stickers were wrong too. So we had to manually scan each item and then reprice it. And then like we had so many shipment errors. We were like, oh, you're getting 20 of these shirts. And it's like, oh, you got 2. So we would have to send a bunch of emails about that. And then, so all our numbers are wrong in the store, which is going to make inventory a pain in the ass. And then right before, like around like October, we had one of my assistant managers, she went into a different career path. And we're like, oh, we're so sad to see her go. And like, we're like, okay, we'll promote somebody within. And then my district manager's like, hey, you guys are not making enough money. You now have to go from 4 managers to 3. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, we've always had 4 managers. So we had to go down to 3. And that's so we had 3 managers working full time, which I'm the only one who's supposed to be working full time, but bless them for like helping out. And then what else? They introduced some new technology stuff that they wanted us to start using every day. And I'm like, dude, it's like right before Christmas that you want us to learn all this. Lots of new stuff that we had to learn right before Christmas. And then they didn't budget. They didn't give us enough hours this year for that. For like if everything's coming in wrong price and everything is not coming in correct and everything like that in our systems, give us more hours so we can do the corrections, but they didn't. So I literally had to go into work. Like if we opened at like 10, I would have to go in, or like 10 or 11 some days, but I would have to go in at 8 o'clock in the morning by myself to do shipment for 2 to 3 hours by myself. And just have to leave earlier in the day just so I could try to get things done. To make it less stressful on my staff. And then, the week before Christmas, shipment didn't come. So we were out of product. And people were like, oh, do you have this size? I'm like, nope. Rooker, what the fuck? You got antsy. That's not an excuse. We're on another fucking hype train because of that. Hi, Katana. Oh my god. Another fucking hype train. There was a hype train that started before I even got on this stream. It's funny that you're just like, I was looking at turtles because last night when you guys were talking on the server and I got really quiet, I got caught watching a video of this guy telling me about how he found eggs from his snake and like all the huge, it was like a 30-minute video about the incubation process of these snake eggs. I got so distracted. I'm like, oh, I haven't talked for like so long. Oops. No, don't tell them to give me bits and subs. I don't deserve it. I've been talking shit all this stream. Are you fucking that weird? I thought it was fascinating. I'm like, ooh. And also, snake eggs are really interesting because they're soft at first. It's so interesting. Like, have you guys seen snake eggs? They're so fascinating. I also love snakes, but like, I couldn't ever have one because I wouldn't want to feed them. And it's not like I don't want to feed them. It's just like I wouldn't want to feed them what they want to be fed. I don't want to get at them a mouse. Then I feel bad. I like the little scaly noodles. The little scaly noodles are awesome. It would be cute to get a little turtle, though. I really want to get a cat, but I just... I don't... And I know that Cove said this on last stream, is that cats can kind of take care of themselves. But, like, I don't want to leave a cat alone all day. I could get 2 cats, but I don't want to leave them alone all day. I feel like that's mean. Especially, like, not mean necessarily, but, like, I have a small apartment. Like, very small. Like, what are they gonna do? I guess I could leave toys out for them. But what if I come home and then they just, like, fuck up the place? What if they get into my jewelry? And also, like, if I got cats, like, I would just have to... Yeah, like, my last cat, like, my cat didn't pass away. It's just, like... Unfortunately, my mom has decided to keep the cat that is very attached to me. And I love her to bits. And it is another reason why I am having an issue with my mother. Because, like, she's like, this is your cat. Actually, I want to keep her. And I'm like, that's not fair. She's my cat. It has caused a lot of crying on my end because when I tell you I love this cat, she chose me. And I love her so much. So it would feel very uncomfortable to kind of like, it'd feel weird to replace her. Because she's one of those cats that like loves attention and will constantly like sleep on my neck and sleep on my head, and I don't want to talk about this anymore. It'll make me sad. What is happening? I just heard a notification. Rooker! God, I don't know what to say anymore, guys. I can't say anything anymore. Rooker just does what they do. Fuck you, Rooker. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Rooker. Asshole. Now we're on a level 3 hype train. Yay! I sound so happy. It's not a bit. It's not a bit. It's really not a bit of me of being like, oh, I really don't like this. It's just like I just get like flustered and I don't know what to say anymore because it's just like, why are you giving me shit for telling you about me liking butterflies and tried to do a barrel roll out of the car so I didn't get stitches. Like, it's saying unlock one emote, but it's not. I don't know why it's not doing that. I don't know why it won't let me though. I guess it has to go after. I'm still a new streamer, guys. Why wouldn't we support you? I don't know. Support yourselves first. That's what I've said. My rules say support yourself first. Rooker just doesn't listen. Gee, I mean, it's almost like what your company has enjoyed crazy, right? Yeah, no, like I said, like the weird thing about this is that my most popular streams by myself have been just me chatting about shit and nothing. And I'm like, sometimes I get off stream at the end, I'm like, what the fuck did I talk about? Why? I was able to talk for like 3 hours about nothing. Like nothing significant. And it's just dumb. Rooker has no sense of time or physical responsibility. Yes, you do. The fact that you're like, hey, this looks a little empty. We're going to fill it. That's not your... You're not my dad. My dad left a long, long time ago. You don't have to support me. We touched base on that a little bit earlier, but yeah, no, my father was not in my life my whole life. But it was never. I make really bad jokes about it. There was one time that my friend and I were at like a New Year's Eve party, and I was drinking a little bit, and sorry, just laughed at Ricker's comment. Hello, son. I have returned with the milk. Fuck off. We're all your dad now. But I was at this party and I drank like a couple drinks, and like I'm not as bad as Cove, but like I get tipsy pretty quick too. I'm like a lightweight, but Cove is even more of a lightweight than I am. But my friend's boyfriend got me a glass of water. I'm like, what? Are you my dad now? And he looked at me and he's like, well, if I gotta be. And I'm like, where have you been? You missed grad. And he's like, I've been busy. And I'm like, not that busy. And like, we went back and forth. And I was just like, and he's like, well, I'm here now. And my friend came over and she's like, what the fuck are you guys two talking about? And I'm like, he missed my grad. We were just laughing and joking around about it. If you can't laugh about it, why? Like it's just like, just laugh about it. Or like, obviously there's some people who have hurt feelings about it, but I just don't. Like, you do you, and like my medicine is laughter. I'll catch your next grad. I'm not grad. Oh my god. Okay, let's see what emote we get. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's kind of cool. Thank you so much for another hype train. Jesus. I'm not thanking Rooker specifically. Where's the cage? Do I not have the cage on here anymore? I don't think I have the cage on here. Where's the cage? I did hydrate just now. Hold up. I had a couple different cage stuff. Is this it? Is this the cage I wanted? No, that has a weird background. I had to get rid of that one. That was the bird cage from before. Was this it? Yeah, I think this was it. I mean, there was a couple different cages. I need to draw a cage. Look at that cage. It's a beautiful, nice cage for you. We're gonna hang it up there. Is that the fake cage I've heard so much about? Yeah, I guess so. People like the cage, apparently. I don't know why, but they like the cage. There's Rooker in the cage. Hold on. Gotta put them in the cage. There you go. You're in the cage, Rooker. Can I be in the cage? No, Meta. You're not allowed to be in the cage because you want to be in the cage. Shut up, Rooker. No love for you. You're in the cage. This is such a stupid bit. Hello, Celty. What's shaking? I have no idea what's going on. Rooker went into the cage because they donated bits and a bunch of subs today too. Just double checking if anybody else needs to be in the cage. Literally, it was just Rooker today. But yeah, Rooker's in the cage. Put Celty in the cage because she's salty. Hey, Onyx! What the hell? Onyx just pops up in the middle of nowhere. Like they just lurk in the background, especially in the Discord server. And then I feel like you only talk in the server to bully me. Big old bully. Salty missed you? No, I didn't. Yeah, apparently everybody loves Onyx. Not to bully you, just mostly because you're a little freak. I mean, did you hear about the other stories this session? This stream, I should say, not session. Katana, that's inappropriate. We don't do that here. Salty, do you miss me? Meta, you're here. How can I miss you when you're here? We love the big brother energy when he tousles your hair while you scream and hate. That would be so funny for fan art. Especially because, like, how tall is your OC, Onyx? Because you're Furbolg, right? Like, how tall are you? I'm looking up Furbolg heights. 7 to 8 feet. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. You're 8 feet tall. Oh my god. I think I was like 2 or 3. I have to check my stats again. I have to measure myself. At this point, it would just be like fan art of like Onyx holding me and me struggling while he's like giving me like a noogie. Like messing up my hair. I don't think it was 3'6". I think it was like 3'2" or something like that. I'm the same height as Cove, I think. Rooker, how many subs have you given out? I feel like you've given all my subs out. You and Randomer and a couple other people. Oh my god, 71. Yeah, that's the majority of my subscribers. So people are not subscribing because they like me. They're subscribing because Brooker's like, you need to like them. Eclipse! Eclipse coming out of nowhere. Jesus Christ. You brat. Because I think I'm at like, yeah, 88 subscribers. So yeah, thanks for 71 of that. God damn. That's why I feel like subscribers don't mean as much as, well, like, they do, I should say that. They do a lot, but like followers also mean a lot because it's like people are wanting to follow despite ads and whatnot. Because, oh my god, I can't believe I'm at 138 followers, guys. That's ridiculous. Almost at 140. God damn. Follows matter more because gifted for something. Yeah, but like subs are still important because like the fact that like we started the stream with two people like being like, hey, I'm gonna resubscribe. Like that means a lot too, right? I'll unfollow just to get the number down, JK. Fine, go ahead. Do you think that scares me? Go ahead. I live for the drama. I'm gonna have to restart my subscription goal and my bits goal after this stupid stream. This was just supposed to be just like a hangout or like a random little stream. Just a little stream. Unplanned and unhinged. That energy switch? What energy switch? And Untamed. I saw a sweater recently at a store that said feral on it, and I almost got it. I was like, I kind of want that. Maybe I'll draw myself with a shirt that says feral on it, though. That'd be fun to draw. Oh, I just really want a straw. Yeah, the stream is ending in 10 minutes. It might have been Spencer's or it might have been Hot Topic. I don't know. You went from being sweet and then basically went to F you. Well, that's the dynamic of me. That's why I have two forms, which is on the horizon. I don't know if everybody, no, not everybody here who saw that. But I did a little sneak preview of one of my form of my new model. Do I show it here too? Do you all deserve that? Maybe? Do we deserve this? Maybe? I'll give you little peeks. I'll give the same peek. Where'd it go? I put it right over my face. A little sneak preview. Look at this. It doesn't quite line up with my face right now, but like because I did a different art style, but I did not see this. Well, now you do. I will still have this form, but like I have a second form coming in. Little Jekyll and Hyde action. It looks sick as hell. Thank you, Eclipse. I don't know, like I think it's because Eclipse is like their thing is just like they put it in my head so much like that their OC is designed after Zack from an anime called Angels in Death, that they're just like your evil grin and everything. You feel like that's sick as hell. I'm like, yeah, we're evil together now. Hell yeah. It does fit you perfectly. See, okay, this is me being the nice gobble I am. This is the person who did a barrel roll out of the car and ran away from everybody. Does the form give you a strength buff? Yeah, a bit, yeah. Angels of Death was so much better than it should have been. I watched both subbed and dubbed, and I know people have their opinions about subbed and dubbed, but oh my god, the dubbed is so funny. Just like the inflection of the voice, and he had such a great time like voicing that character. Oh, now we gotta fight. I will win. I will take your scythe though. But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to post it. I told this to Cove, but like it invites more fun stuff to drawing. Like I flip-flop between drawing myself with long hair and sometimes with short hair and sometimes with my hair done up. So like things like that. So this gives me kind of more to play with. Because I might be like, oh, I'm drawing this picture. You know what? We'll draw it in this form instead. Because why not? No, I mean, like, when you give her bits, she goes berserk. Yeah, that's me when you guys give me bits, like, fuck off. It's weird, though, because people were like, oh, it's your brand new 0.2 model. I'm like, I feel like it's not even 0.2 because, like, I've gone through so many different types of art and different styles. Like, my beginning art, I'll do this quickly before I end stream, but, like, I look so different from when I first started. Give me 2 seconds. Ugh, for, like... goddamn, like going through old art, like critiquing it. Try not to do that, but like, like it still has the same vibe a little bit, but like, I've changed like my eyes and everything like that so many times over. I've changed my hairstyle. Changed the way I draw air too much. Like, because hair has always been a pain in the ass. That's why I wanted to simplify, but also simplify my hair, but make it like have the same amount of detail, but like do it in less steps. But like the hair that I have for my PNG model right now, it's okay, but like it gets so complicated trying to draw in different poses and everything. But like this was my intro art. Like very different from when I first started. Like the eyes are completely different. The way I draw the eyes, the way I draw my spots. I still try to put as much detail when it comes to clothing because I really like drawing clothing. I actually have that plaid. Like I have this outfit basically, except my tank top is not as see-through. But I have this outfit. But yeah, very different from like the style I have now. Like my eyes are bigger, my eyebrows are more presented, my hair is different drawn. So this was probably like my first style. I don't know. It just got all messed up. Like the hair over time completely changed. I drew hair so many different ways. If you guys are part of the server, you can check it out. But like you can see how many different ways I drew hair to the point that like it's just like how do you draw hair? Like like that's not how, like you don't have a style for hair. But now that art looks like you want to punch me. So normally, but out loud. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to draw. I just want to draw today. I know I should do laundry, but maybe I draw. Maybe I do a little bit of both. Maybe I set a timer for myself where I'll clean for 2 hours, and then after that I can just draw all night. Because I have to work tomorrow, which I don't want to, but you got a minute? What do you mean I got a minute? For what? I can't draw in between activities. Before stream ends to do what? To draw? I don't have anything set up to draw on stream. I have to ask Cove how to set that up. You can doodle as a treat. No, you dip. What do you mean? What are you asking? You had to choose... Oh, if you had to choose 3 fictional characters that You say mirror your personality. Who would it be? Three fictional characters. One of them is definitely Bakugo. Just because Bakugo is it's the fun bully aspect of it, but like he was an actual bully at first. But it's like the perfectionist quality of Bakugo too. So like he gets so frustrated and annoyed at things that don't matter. So he's be like, you cut the chives wrong. You shamed your sister, and doing stupid things like, you need to go back in the house right now and tell your sister that we're not friends. Like, it's that kind of personality that I'm like, yeah, that's like me. I'm very much like Bakugo in a lot of ways, which is not the best. But I guess, yeah, Edward Elric. I like him in a way, because I guess the resilience as well as like questioning things, and also like just the humor aspect of it, and like just it's not because I'm short. It's because like I like it's always like he's got always like this capacity to try and keep learning, and he's like very goal driven, which I can be. And then like the first person that comes to mind, I could probably think of a different one, but the first person who comes to mind is Yato from Noragami, because he has two dynamics. One that's really, really silly, but also when he's talking about something that's really serious and he's very protective. If you don't know Noragami, hold on. I know we're going a little bit over. I will finish stream soon. Because I can be very goofy, but also I know when to be serious when I have to be. Like, this is Yato. I think I showed him before because I oh my god. I have cosplayed as him before. But like, there's Yato. And then he goes from this to this. Like so yeah, those are the two facets of my personality. I could go from either or. So this was me when I was talking about nonsense and shit and being an overworker, because he is an overworker. And then this is me when, hold on. No, this is me. Where is it? I just had it. Did I not save that picture? What the fuck? What the hell? Why is it not showing up? I can't find the image. Hold on. I get so distracted with visuals. I'm like, yes, visuals. I need like, it would be great to have like a system where I'm like, just pop up and it like just appears. Why are you not saving these images? Oh, there you go. Hold on. This is a better picture. Is this gonna download? Yeah, this is me when you guys subscribe and do too many bits. What happened also? I heard stuff. Stretch, hydrate, and shrimp check. I'm ending this stream. Hold on. Oh my god, my shoulder cracked. Hey, Celty, why are you small? I'm a goblin. Fine, I'll take my money elsewhere. Good. Take it. You know where you could take it? Take it to Cove Stream. I like this picture a lot, actually. That's so funny. I need to draw myself doing that pose. I think there's a little Delulu from M8. Delu. Okay. From MHA. Shinra from Fire Force, and the last three being Zack and Denji. Yeah. Deku, yeah. I can relate to Deku a lot as well, but like Bakugo a little bit more. I think Deku is like my nerdy-esque and like worrying about everything. But Bakugo, like I just like every time I watch him I start laughing. Because I'm like, oh, fair. Getting mad at that, fair. Yeah. Take it to Cove's comms. She wants to draw herself. Exactly. Please go do commissions for Cove this year where she can draw herself. Like, it's cool that you guys want your characters drawn and she loves drawing your characters. But once in a while, if you wanted like to see more Cove and everything, do a little bit of a commission, even if it's like a sketch, because like her sketches are a little bit cheaper. Like I get the privilege of drawing myself more because I have a job that I hate, but like like I don't have to rely on commissions to get things done, but or like survive. But I am going to open commissions soon. I'm going to wait till after inventory, and I'm going to see how many I can commit to. But it's never going to be as much as Cove, because Cove is a faster drawer than me, as well as I might just have to do like one commission at a time or two commissions at a time. And then once those are done, open it up again. Not like open it up each month, just open it up when I am able to. I always have said before with commissions, and like, I am sorry if my commissions take forever. It's just, I want to make it good for you because you're paying for something that's special, right? On that note, it is the end of our stream. Oh, God fucking damn it. Let me bring up Rooker, look at the screen. Rooker. That is for you. Fuck off. Thank you for the 500 bits. God damn. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I hope you guys get a lot of rest. Okay, I stopped for a second. Oh, God. Thank you so much for saying that. Sorry, I got caught off guard with Ricker's comment. That's really sweet. Thank you. There's so many streamers out there that are so great. So being your favorite is like really sweet of you. Thank you. You're my okay streamer, Salty. Fuck off, Onyx. Onyx, we need to play video games again. I miss playing video games with you. We'll do that soon. Maybe we can like organize something with Cove and everything. We can play video games where I can start saying "shut the hell up" in game. It's game night, dweeb. Yeah, but I don't know if anybody's joining. But yeah. Thanks so much for having us today. Yo, be safe. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Thank you so much for just chilling with me today and hanging out. One of the best compliments I got was like somebody said in the server, which I will post again. Join the fucking server if you want to be cool. But one of the best compliments I got was that they're like, oh yeah, Salty seems like somebody's so chill to hang out with, like crack open a beer and hang out on the couch with and just shoot the breeze. And I hope that you guys kind of get that feeling when you hang out with me, because like that's how I hope to be perceived, is that we're just having a good time. Like the title says, we're sipping tea and spilling thoughts. I gotta figure out like if I'm gonna put like chat stream number 1, chat stream number 2, because like I'm running out of titles. But yeah, thank you so much for the subscriptions. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. Thank you so much for the bits. Not gonna name names, but fuck off. You know who you are. Who spilled all these? What the hell, Onyx? What comment is that? Okay, we have to raid somebody, so I'm gonna check who we're gonna raid. Is anybody on that I know? Napalm is on. Sir Elk is on. Do we teach Sir Elk? I might do Sir Elk, because like I've done Napalm a few times, but Sir Elk got after me in our private in our DMs, because there's just like my mod couldn't stop laughing at the tongue comment and everything that was from like last stream when I mentioned it. So maybe we raid them with like, I don't know, like let's tease them. Especially because they're playing Batman Arkham Asylum. That's so funny. I have that game. Oh my god, I should play that on stream. That's so fun to play. I haven't played that in forever. If you guys want to watch me play Batman, that would be fun. I'll be like, I am Batman. Yeah, he is the rat. Let's raid with can we do like it's tongue time? No, that sounds so dirty. Nah. Can we say the rat got tongue? No, I don't know if that sounds any better. It's tongue time. Yeah, sure. Why not? Go make fun of Sir Elk. Have a restful evening. Have fun. Go eat something. Yes, Goth, go eat something. I'm going to go eat something as well, and I'm going to go do laundry. If you guys want to catch up with me, join the server. Say hi in the server. Let's go make fun of Sir Elk. Especially like it looks like he's in the middle of something important. Yeah, he's in the middle of a scene. Let's do it. Okay, start raid. Okay. I know I said it over and over again. I need to have like a certain thing that I need to write out. But I love and I hate and I appreciate y'all. There you go. That should be my outro. I love and I hate and I appreciate y'all. You guys have a great one. Okay. Bye. Have a great one. Bye. Bye.